Comment down below. What are your favorite diss songs of all time? But these are mine. Let's see. I'm going to go next up. I'm going to go, man, I'm going to have to go. Let's go Calling Out Names. Ooh, that's a good one, huh? That one's usually not on people's list. Calling Out Names by KURUPT. KURUPT from the Dog Pound.
You know, people will pump you up if you allow them to, if you let them. And like, you know, I can say that a lot of people, you know, told me things that I took to heart. That this person was saying this and this person said that, and in this magazine this person said that. DMX was just a straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I'm saying? To where my anger was. And so then I just let it all go.
This was tail end of the East Coast, West Coast situation. That was still kind of a thing, right? Pac had already been passed. Biggie had already been passed, but it was still a little touchy. You know, Calling Out Names maybe came out in 98, 99. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 98. But I remember when I heard that beat and then I heard KURUPT just start busting. I don't give a catch me in the hood, all blue chucks, gang bang the fuck out. Only thing I like that ride rough is Eve, and all the rest of you suckers that ride rough your D's. I'ma tell you one more time, but I won't say it again. KURUPT said it, motherfucker, from beginning to end. Salamander ass, caterpillar ass, motherfuckers, bust ass, killer motherfuckers. If it wasn't for the West, these rap niggas wouldn't need a vest for their chest. Quoted by the effing homie X. The locks, y'all, my motherfuckers can't forget y'all, and that's spoken on by the motherfucking dog. All the rest of y'all tell you like this: eat a fat. I'm calling out names. And then he says, F Rough Riders, F the Firm, F Belly. Oh, man. Oh, man, as a hip-hop fan, I was like, yeah, this was 98, 99, so I'd already been listening to hip-hop for, what, 12, 13, whatever, 14 years at that point. So I was in. And KURUPT at that time was one of my favorite MCs of all time.
You know, DMX is the main thing everybody concentrates on, but they don't really talk about Murder Inc. They don't really talk about the Rough Riders in the whole, or the Firm. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that I spoke on. But there was a lot of different people I was upset at and angry about things that went on or what I heard.
Right.
I put the cart before the horse.
He said, the only X I know is Exhibit, a RBX, extraordinary, trying to snatch my bitch. You can keep the bitch. Two bitches getting rich. And then he was talking about the whole situation with DMX. He was going at DMX in this song. That's why he said F Belly earlier, because DMX was in Belly, right? So he says F Belly, he says F DMX, only X I know is Exhibit, a RBX. West Coast references right there, right? We don't know you X on this side of the map. Obviously, everyone loved DMX and RIP to this day. And thankfully, KURUPT and DMX ended up mending their relationship. But it was big. And apparently, it all started with Foxy Brown. Apparently, because Foxy Brown was KURUPT's girl. I mean, they were an established Hollywood couple, right? And they were established hip-hop couple. You know, before hip-hop couples were a thing. So, you know, they're out there doing their thing. Everyone knows Foxy Brown and KURUPT are together. They're traveling everywhere. I think he ended up proposing to her or marrying her, one or the other. But, you know, he apparently was in love with Foxy Brown. And allegedly Foxy Brown did something with the Dog Man, with DMX, with Dog Man X.
I was in my feelings, and I was really just upset the whole experience with this young lady, and just upset, period, at the way I was being treated. Being with this young lady, you know, and just let off some steam throughout the time of being with her.
And that's why he said you can have the B. Two B's getting rich. Come to the West Coast and get stripped down, beat to death, tripping all over. Man, KURUPT was going off on this. And he was just tagging everybody, man. And he was also showing love to the people that he loved. He said, Cannabis, Wu-Tang, my niggas, cool. And then he just said, Def Squad and Def Jam, but F Ja Rule. And he said, try to sign Daz. Daz will sign you. So I guess they tried to sign Daz back in the day. Ja Rule's crew. Because Daz was a hot producer, man. Daz was doing a lot of work, and Daz to this day is one of the best producers of all time.
And really, you know, things like this, you talk to people man to man. You really don't voice it through the music. You know what I mean? You know, the way I grew up, you know, if you really want to smash somebody, beat them up first, and then you can talk about them.
Right.
You know, but don't talk about them first. You know, and I was just really angry.
But who did that calling out names beat? I have my notes in front of me. I don't have any notes. I just sit down, crack open a beer, and roll up a J and just start talking. But I feel like, was it DJ Pooh? Let me look it up. Hold on. Who did the calling out names? Calling out names. Fred Wreck. Oh, man. I should have known that was a Fred Wreck track. Fred Wreck was one of them ones, boy. And that beat right there was hard. It was released on the Streets Is a Mother album, which is a good album. If anybody wants to go check out a really good, solid project, check that one out. The Streets Is a Mother. KURUPT was releasing some dope songs. I gotta do one specifically on KURUPT. I've done Dog Pound together as a collective, but I gotta do KURUPT specifically because he has a whole story himself. So don't be surprised if I do KURUPT. But he even released an album just before this one that was really good as well, and right after this. What was it? One was called like Space. It was like a space theme or some shit like that. And then he also had the West Coast East Coast CD. It was a double CD, and one CD was West Coast based and, you know, more West Coast beats, and the other CD was East Coast beats because he's always established and shown love to the fact that he's from Philadelphia. He was born in Philadelphia. He is, don't get it twisted. KURUPT is Los Angeles, and he will go down as one of the dopest MCs to ever touch a mic. Shout out to KURUPT and shout out to Calling Out Names. But let's keep it pushing, man. Before I continue, I'm going to ask you to hit that like button. Smash that like button really quick for your boy. I would appreciate the heck out of that. And what are some of your favorite diss songs? Comment down below.
I'm at a crossroads every damn day, looking back in my past when I sleep. But living on the edge, not doing enough. Iniquity down to my feet. What do I do when I need a little food and I gotta get the money for the rent? Fall to my knees, pray to the Lord, come my son, he can give me some money, repent. What, thank you. I really love you, baby, so I spank you. Life is a west straight fucking you up. Living in a prison, I'ma shank you. So what's love got to do with it? With my heart on my sleeve, I'm a foe. But she said she loved me, she wanted to hug me under my sheets, so it's getting told. That's why we